these do move, so if you see something out here interested, get a hold of Steve. Out at Snyder's Junkyard today, Pueblo, Colorado. I've shot this video about a week before I'm posting it. Still, there's some that have sold, so get with Steve for current lineup. Start out in the old car row. Got these neat old Suburban, I think, body sides. Somebody was a really creative fabricator, find an old truck and build the rest of the body for them. Got a Dodge Power Wagon chassis, and then I believe this is going to be a 37, maybe a 38 Chevrolet, kind of hard to tell without the grill. 1938 by the cal tag. That's actually really pretty decent old car. Still savable. Then we've got a 1920s Nash. That make great yard art. A lot of these cars from the factory didn't have stock bumpers on them, so that has a aftermarket New Era bumper. New Era that's almost 100 years old. Ford truck cab there. I believe that's a 30 or 31 Model A. Person wants to put one together out of pieces, there's lots of pieces there. Another panel truck body, 33 or 34 Plymouth, I think. A little hard to tell. Very rare. Kind of take two and make one to bring that back. Got a 1930s Chevrolet truck, painted olive drab, kind of a mystery. Makes you think it could have been requisitioned for the war effort. This is a Federal wrecker. That's a Weaver auto crane on the back. Super neat truck, which has been sold. Awaiting pickup. 1936 Chevrolet coupe. This one would be super neat for yard art too. Vintage wreck from back in the day. Next we've got 1939 Chevrolet two-door. Come down Cadillac row. Couple Cadillacs. Stepped in a hole there. Got a couple Sevilles. 1958 Cadillac. 64 Star Chief. 66 Chevelle. I brought Steve a good front bumper for that car, so it'll be out here. If anyone's interested in that, has a good front bumper to go with it. 57 Cadillac from California. Says that one's sold and paid. He does offer 6 months free storage. So if somebody sees something they like and want to make a deal on it and hold it and figure out transport or coming to get it later, that's something Steve offers. Really nice guy, really good. Full disclosure, he's got over, see the green Ranger there, he'll put that vehicle up on a rack and then take pictures all underneath of it and show what the condition of the underside of the body and the frame are. He's very into full disclosure. 47.8 Buick, I think. 64 Bonneville. The Buick's really neat. It's not a fastback, but it's got super cool look to it. Well, Pontiac has a neat vintage spotlight mirror on it.
How you doing?
Good. Filming around for my YouTube channel.
Yeah, I watch you all the time.
Yeah, thanks.
I recognize you from way back. Right on.
Good. Good deal.
A lot of pretty cars out here.
There are, yeah. 60s Thunderbird, 64.5. 66 Coronet 2-door. There's another one behind it. Good old parts bodies. Little Datsun out of the 60s. Be a good car to find another and take two and make one. Vintage Baja Bug. 68 or 69 Toronado. That's a cool car. And then 69 through 71 is the Lincoln Mark III there.
It's pretty sweet.
Couple other dune buggies. Lincoln Mark III that's sold. And then you've got the Chevy Nova 100. This one has straight six. Unfortunately, this engine does not turn. It's got the look like it should. Probably could tinker on that and soak it a while and maybe get some action out of it. That's the body tag there. 63 Nova 100. Had some guys asking on the other page about Nova body tags. Other video that I shot. So the Chevy Nova 100, you can see, has no side trim, and then it's got the plainer upholstery. It's got the horn button instead of a horn ring, and then 100 has the rubber floor mat that's just plain black rubber. The 300 has color keyed floor mats. So those are a few of the differences. You can see she's got a booger in the quarter panel, but otherwise really decent on the outside, but floor pan is pretty rusty on that one. But honestly, as good as the outer body is of this car, it's one that really should be fixed. And it's got a super cool dealer badge I don't know what the 50,000 mile oil guarantee is. Surely, in this era, that would not be the oil change interval. Otherwise, you'd be sludged and seized, I would think. 74 T-Bird. And there's a Nash Ambassador with the V8. That's a neat old car. Willie's Jeep that's sold. Another Jeep. Heapy Jeepy, it says. Thing's been a heap for a while, but it's got a good, endearing character to it. 65 Fury 3, the guys were looking at. This one was pulled out of a shed, and it's really good old car. I don't remember what this one was. I think Sunbeam, but I'm not exactly certain. Triumph Herald is what that is. Got the cool little tail fins on it. A neat little rig. Then 63 Plymouth Fury convertible. Cool car. Similar to the one they drove in the Mad Mad World movie, but not exactly like it. Then we've got the 61, I believe, 62 maybe, Pontiac Tempest. Really unique car, had half of a V8 designed into a 4-cylinder. Transmission was in the back. Definitely a unique engineering feat they pulled off there. 63 Fury again, that would be a good donor car. Already given up its front clip, but it's got a lot of other pieces. 62 Ford Galaxy convertible. That's a really neat car. I like the white with the red interior, really pops. 65 Lincoln is sold. Steve does good volume of vehicles, so if you see something you like, there's good chance that somebody's gonna own it. You, if you're quick enough. 77-9 Lincoln Mark V. And he does go all over the area, western Kansas, Colorado, hunting cars, so check back with him if there's anything you're looking for. He originally was into Pontiacs. He had a business in Indiana that was all Pontiacs, and then he moved here to Colorado to scope around. A lot of vehicles are $985, as you can see on the windshield of the GMC there. So pretty easy to get along with. 65 Galaxy convertible, be a decent project for somebody. 64 Galaxy convertible. Kind of going to do this video just as an overview of everything. Won't spend a huge amount of time on any particular car, except I did a little on that early Nova. 60 Olds, 2-door hardtop. I think he was at 2,600 on this. I'll put Steve's contact information down in the video description box, and you guys can get a hold of him if you see anything here that trips your trigger. 74 Dodge Charger. Be a good parts car. 57 wagon, unfortunately, has caught fire, so strictly parts. Burned up the firewall tag, so can't really see any information. I think it was a white 210. Another 57. Four-door post. Catch the rest of the middle row real quick. Black 59 Ford four-door. Make a neat cop car clone if somebody wanted to do that. 73 Impala four-door. Decent old car. If it was a two-door, I would have bought it, but I've got several four-doors already that are nice and several for parts, so the length of the drive, if it was close to home, I probably would, but I'm 500 miles away, so kind of got to be a little choosy what I take. 70 Econoline van is sold. That's a super, super good van. Really nice old van. It's got a scrape on the side, but she'll fix. Grand Prix 66, I believe. Got the cool chrome bucket seats in there. 66 Pontiac four-door. Executive. 66 Bel Air four-door. 66 Impala wagon. That one is actually sold. '80s Camaro. Got some aftermarket accessories on that one. Got the little sail panel louvers on the back glass. Got the aftermarket pop-up sunroof. And then the remains of the Les Bras on the front. A few of the 1961 to 63 Thunderbirds. There's a super cool 1961 Pontiac ambulance. 67, 68 Barracuda parts car. $500 for that one. If you need to cut one panel out of it, it's worth it. It's got other stuff, signs and memorabilia and things. 1958 Delray is sold. There is another blue 58 Chevy over on the other side. I'll show that one. 1960s Chevy tilt cab. That one could be early 70s because it's got that later gold badge on it. This is a 1-ton 1948 to 50 Dodge pickup. Got the 41 to 46 Chevrolet. Another 1-ton Dodge. It's got some interesting accessories of the period on it. Got the home-built grill guard. And then the Daybrook hydraulic dump body. That's a really, really cool truck. That truck would be a good attention getter to put out front of a business. $1958 front clip that's sold. Over here, some more 66 Pontiacs. Four-door post Catalinas. 2 of them, and then another, I think that's a 65 Catalina there, and it's sold. These do move, so if you see something out here interested, get a hold of Steve. Pontiac Fiero, up and coming collector car. 62 Skylark. '69 or '70 Cadillac convertible. 1957 Ford 4-door sedan. Chevy Chevelle Laguna. Mercury hearse. Grand Marquis. That's a really rare car. 59 Pontiac Catalina 4-door. Believe this one's sold. Nope, it's not. It's available. $17.50. Good 50s pink color on that one. Believe that's a '73 Riviera. 68 Cadillac 4-door. 70 Plymouth Ferry 3 4-door. 68 Cadillac Limousine that's sold. 63 Cadillac. Pretty sure 63 and 4 are really hard to tell apart, but I think it's the 63 that's got that little park lamp lens. Other than that, they're quite similar. 2,900 on that one. It must have something pretty special about it. 68 Buick Wildcat is sold. It's a really, really clean old car. 59 Oldsmobile 2-door post. It's really an oddball. Don't know that I've ever seen a 59 2-door post. Another Lincoln Mark V. 65 or 6 Coupe de Ville. 69 Cadillac. 70 maybe. This is the 4-door. They call it the pillared hardtop because it's got no door frame, but there is a center post. So without that door frame, the glass just drops in the door. Uncommon body style that was offered for a few years in the early 70s. I think Mercury and Ford did one, and just don't see too many pillared 4-door hardtops around. This Lincoln is a 72. It's the first year of that body style, but it's still got the skinny bumpers. 73 had the big safety bumpers. So 72 is kind of desirable year of that Lincoln for the Mark IVs. 67 Galaxy 2-door hardtop. Joe's favorite year of Ford's is 67. He was kind of considering this one, but I looked it over and it's just kind of rough around the edges. Probably realistically better as a parts car than as something to fix. The mice have been in it pretty good, and see they nest up in the roof and it rusts it out, and this needs a lot of bodywork and restoration, so I surprised him with another vehicle that I picked out of here and loaded. This is the one he kind of came looking at, but I surprised him with another one, and so I'll show you here at the end of the video what I'll be bringing home for him. 68 or 9 Mercury Montego convertible. That's a pretty rare car. I've never ever seen one. Somebody liked it and bought it. And then 63 Galaxy 4-door post. It's 500. Most of those were 500s. Occasionally you see a regular Galaxy around.
Looks like we bought the Buick.
Okay. The 69, 70. Good. Cars are selling right as I'm making the video. I was thinking about this one. It's just a really neat old rig. It looks like it's got a buyer. 67 or 68. Full-size Buick convertible, a Sabre Wildcat. 7 and 8. Kind of hard for me to tell apart. Not exactly sure on that one. Camaro with the T-tops. Those are up and comer someday. 67 or 68 Cutlass. That one's sold. Another Cadillac Eldorado front wheel drive. Another 69 or 70 DeVille convertible. Interesting old vanity plate on there. $795 for this Nash Ambassador. It's just such a cute old car. Really cool. Somebody's, I don't want to flip that door and bend it, but somebody's demonstrated the seat that folds into a bed. That was the main calling card of these cars. Next we've got a 64 Comet. Pretty decent looking car. 57 Pontiac 4-door hardtop. 59 Pontiac Bonneville 4-door hardtop. 64 Catalina 4-door hardtop. Get a 72 Sedan DeVille 4-door hardtop. 72 is almost identical to 71. They just changed the grille, added extra little rubber strips on the ends of the bumpers. 1958 Ford Fairlane 2-door post. Look at how solid that car is. Good clean Colorado sheet metal. Somebody's fitted it out for towing. Parked in 67. That car was only on the road for 9 years. Some 70s Datsun pickups. We'll go over truck row in just a minute. Got a Honda Civic sedan. There's a row of Corvairs. 65, I think, Rambler sedan. This little trailer here is super neat. If somebody had an old pickup That'd be a cool piece to tow behind there. International, I think, is what that was built loosely from. At least that's what the wheels are. The box may have been something else. 74, 5, or 6 Vega for $380. Another Vega for $280. And I think, yeah, that white one's the early one, 7123, because it's got the skinny chrome bumper. Then we've got a 53 or 54 Plymouth Belvedere, 2-door hardtop. 1967 Mercury Comet for parts. Ford LTD 1500 with title. Kind of a neat old car. 77 to 79 T-Bird. View of the other side of the 63 Galaxy 500. 1350, no title, comes with extra bumpers. So here's a little Datsun pickups. A couple of these 620s from the mid 70s. And then this early 70s. I don't remember what the number series for them was. 520 possibly. There's 3 of those older ones, and then third mid-70s one right here. I think it's pretty solid. Got an old Jeep, 70s era. Another 70s Jeep. Got a 4-wheel drive F250 long bed super cab. That ought to be a desirable truck out here in Colorado. Guys seem to really go after those. Steve bought the place. It was full of 40s and 50s cars, and there's still a few of them around. 55 Oldsmobile. 54 Oldsmobile. Another small Rambler, I think that's an American. And then a vintage Ford panel truck from Britain. Unfortunately, that one's pretty sad shape, but it's just too cool. Somebody could take 2 and make 1. Then down the other row, neat old Chevy Apache panel truck. This one's going to be a 58 or 59. That's really a good truck. Got the original seats in it even. Neat old truck. Got a, I think that's a 63 GMC. Kind of took a punch in the face. Got the 64 or 65. Be 65 there. El Camino. Another 64, 5, or 6 GMC truck. Really neat U.S. Army Econoline van. Vintage Jeep station wagons. There's a 68 to 74. Econoline, half ton. $12.50 on that one. Pretty solid old van, really. 62 or 3 Ford truck, F-250. Then 70s short bed. Looks like a good Uncle Jesse truck. I think that's pretty much what his was. White, short, fleet side. 58 or 9 F-100 long bed, half ton, 4-wheel drive. 74, 5 or 6 Ranchero. Plymouth maxi wagon van. We got the 1960 Ford. It's a short bed. Cool old truck. Vintage Ranchero Squire with the motorcycle in the bed. There's several of these 70s and 80s Toyota pickups. These would be ones that somebody could kind of piece together one out of several. These are starting to gain collector interest. Nissan hardbody. And one little Mazda. School bus is cool. Comes with a 150,000 mile warranty. Gets 38 miles per gallon. Cold AC. Price $1,950. Fitted for a camper at one time, probably. That's actually a Ford jail bar, like 1942 to 47. It's pretty neat. A lot of history and a lot of stories in that thing. And nearing the end, we've got the 64 Galaxy 4-door hardtop. It's kind of a rare car. That's the XL. Be competitor to a 64 Impala SS. Chevrolet never made an SS 4-door, but Ford did build these XL 4-door hardtops. You can see it's got the special bucket seat and console interior and the speaker grille. Super cool car. Really ought to be saved. Neat Jeep 2-door. Probably kind of a rare Jeep. Don't call a lot of stuff rare, but that one probably would deserve the title. 55 Ford 4-door. '51 or '52 Pontiac 4-door. 55 Chevy. A lot of these parts bodies he'd probably be pretty cheap on, just about scrap price or so, just to save them out of here. GTO post car, 66 or 7. That one is sold. 1956 Chevy 4-door post. 61 Ford. That one's sold. Needs to get picked up. 55 Chevy 4-door post. Another 55 Ford. 40s Ford body. 55 Chevy wagon. A lot of these, you know, $300, $400, $500. If you just need a few parts off one, they're worth taking out of here. '41 Chevy, I think. 52 3/4 Ford. All these are gonna get loaded for iron in this corner fairly soon. You can see them starting to get stacked up here. Old 50s Chevy pickups. I think that's a 53 Olds and a 51 or 2 Plymouth over on the hill there. 40 Chevy 4-door sedan. '42 Chevrolet Coupe. Short bed Ford is sold. 64 5/6 Chevy truck. Another Nova. Maybe a Chevy 2300. It's hard to say. It's got side trim. We'll clear off the body tag there. 0469. That one does turn. 3-speed manual on the column. It would have hope of being a runner. Somebody took the back axle out of it, so take a little bit to get that one pieced together and bring it back. More Chevy trucks. There's a 67. Small back window, no marker lights. That truck, 3/4 ton. Take two and make one, I suppose. '56 Ford 2-door wagon, kind of rare, ranch wagon. 54 ranch wagon. This old Aero sedan. Really cool story on that. Kind of a sad story, I guess. I mean, it's wrecked. The kids were in that car and wrecked it, and they were all teens, and sheriff asked them, which one of you was driving? And they all three said none of us were. Nobody'd take the blame. Another Aero sedan. It's kind of an old resting relic field car. Got a bit of a Ford row here. Half of a 59. That'd be cool. Shop art, build something out of it. Use the front clip, whatever. 59 Ranchero. 3 59 front clips out here if anybody needs one. There's more 59 4-doors. 64. That's a 2-door hardtop. 63 Falcon wagon. Comet station wagon, they called those the Villager. 63 Ford Fairlane station wagon. 68 or 9 T-Bird. We got a 70 or 71. What is that? Torino or Montego? Torino, I guess. 60s Comet. Another 60s Comet. That one's been wrecked. 64 four-door hardtop. See, that one's the non-XL version. 72 Gran Torino. Fastback with the lightning stripe. 57 Ford wagon, salmon pink. 57 Ranchero. That one's got those bed rails on it. Those are kind of a high dollar accessory. Another 57 Ranchero. 60 Ford country sedan station wagon. 65 or 6 Bonneville. 70 LTD. Could be a 69. Those 2 years are very similar. 59 Ford convertible is sold. I believe that's a 60 Thunderbird. This old Ford here, 71 or 72. Little rough around the edges, but it is a custom, so it's the very base model of that car, which would be a good candidate to build cop car clone or a taxi, White Lightning replica, whatever somebody wanted. Ford Ranchero, 74 to 6. And then this is the other 58 Chevy. This is a Del Rey. 58 was last year for the Del Rey name to be on a Chevrolet. And that's it. We're out at Steve Snyder's, Pueblo, Colorado. Got 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s cars for projects and parts. Come out to Pueblo and pick them out. There's a couple front row beauties. Got a Porsche. This old Dodge pickup somebody built as a street rod in the 60s. Cadillac engine in there. Chevy headlights on the fenders, kind of a questionable modification. Jeep Scrambler, little on the rusty side. And for anybody into Fox bodies, we've got this, I believe this is like an 83 convertible. He's had this one inside, just brought it out because today's actually the open house. So that's the occasion for me to be here. It's a pretty cool car, really. I go over all this stuff pretty quick because there's a lot here to see. Got a 76 LTD 2-door. There's a bunch more of those in the back. Earlier 70s. 56 Chrysler. It's got a collector plate on it. Missing the Hemi, of course. Then we've got a Plymouth Volare. '60 to 62 Chevy school bus. 60 or 61 would have the 4 headlight grill. Got these cool tourist decals. She's been to Mexico. Another 60, 61 bus. And then, sadly, this old Chevy van's been rolled. Super, super cool van, but too much damage to bring back. But the other side looks really, really nice. It'd be really good parts unit.